Hello Doraemons, welcome back. So it has been a long while, and yeah, I'm here with the video like how you can get started with coding. As since this Hayari has started like a lot of people like asked me, messaged me to like post some tutorial videos, or I'm very new to this coding part, or I'm from the mechanical department. How can I just cope up with the things? And it is hard to understand with those classes since I'm a beginner like that. So I was thinking of making a tutorial video, but time didn't permit to do it. So I thought in meanwhile I can give you guys some resources to learn on. So you can just start with your process at least and you can go with it. So this is a video about how to start your coding in just simple 4 steps. So first thing you have to know to start with your coding is your interest level. Why do you want to code? So without an interest level, if you do anything, it is not worth it. Only with your interest, the things you do will make you feel worth and you will enjoy the process. So the main major point of doing this is to you have to know whether you really like coding or not. So if you really like coding, then it will be very easy for you get guys to get started with. If it is tough, you can just learn the very basic thing of coding, which is the basic syntax is like less tuple until then. So I'll also post what is the basic coding and what is advanced coding, so that the people who don't like coding can also just learn the basic part. So if in case you are in, by some accident you are in some company or you are in this place to code, you can use this basic thing and some concepts of advanced to at least manage those tests. So next, second point we have to like keep in mind is to go for the basic concepts. As you guys know, like most of the songs you have heard, all of them are like from the basic 7 notes. So like that, this coding is the concepts of everything is same, whereas only the syntax differ from language to language. So when you're trying to learn one single language, you have to be sure you make sure that you learn all the concepts clearly, so that when you switch between languages, it will be easy for you to understand only the syntax and grab the syntax alone. So if you're getting started, you can basically go with easiest language like Python or .NET, like that, because they allow you to like see what is the concept easily without much of the syntax knowledge, and it is very easy to get started with. And the third point, most of the people quit learning coding is because they think they have to like code like in hacker in just a week or 2 week or 1 month. So this rush should not be there whenever you learn something, because learning is a slow and steady process. So you can't build a house directly in a month, and if you build, so you will it will fall easily. So if you learn fast, you will forget it fast. So the basic thing is, first once you learn the concept, you have to practice it for at least 10 to 15 times, or you have to at least recall that concepts once every day. So what happens in the process of learning coding is your mind will get trained to solve problems, and if you don't solve it for a day, it will get lazy, and the amount of IQ you had will get reduced. So when you go back to learning it again, you will feel depressed. So this is a continuous process. So make sure you keep your brain active to solve problems, and then only coding will be very, very interesting. So that is the third point. And like fourth one is always the path will be beginner to advanced. So in the starting itself, you should not expect like I have to solve like 10 problems or advanced problems of airlines, linked list, and also linked list, the concept itself will have 30 to 40 lines of basic code. So starting with one line of code like print hello world, you have to train yourself to easily write that 30 lines of code. So it is always a slow process. So make sure you go through the very, very simple and a slow process and a very consistent process. So if you be consistent, then the problems will get easier to solve. It's not getting easier, you are getting better in solving the problems. So here I thought of sharing some of the resources which I use to learn coding. So coding, basically I started it from my school days, so it was not that much difficult for me, and I started with a tough language like C. So if you guys are getting started, I would recommend to go with a tough language. Why? Because C is an intermediate language, I would say. It is not more tough, not more easy, but the basic thing will be there. So it is the very first language invented, if you guys know. So it has every single thing you need to know in apart in the side of coding, also in the side of concepts. So I hope you can start with C if you are comfortable. If not, I'm a very beginner, I have to start with a very easy one, you can directly go for Python. And make sure you grasp the concepts very well, and have a glance over C after learning Python concepts. Every time you learn a syntax in Python, you go through the C or C++ syntaxes, so that you can understand how it exactly works. So if Python is the front end, then what's happening in the back end of Python will be in C. So it is like a kind of, Python is a short version and C will be a larger version, like that. So now I'll show you the resources. So basically the resources which I used is, I learned, actually I know the basic thing of coding since my school time. So I just learned Python easily, like in less number of days. I will say the number of days I took in the end. So this is a website like every person should go through when you are going to learn coding. It's W3 Schools. It will have every single concept with every example. Like if you go for variables, it will have like the definition for variables, and it will have like 3 to 4 examples to make you understand what it exactly is. And you can also try this out and experiment what you want. And this is totally online, you don't need to install an compiler into your system. So the installing the compiler, it is like outdated already. So we are going to use this online compiler. It will be really easy and handy if you want. And next, one more thing is, once you learn the concepts here, everywhere you have to practice this every day. So here they will have like few of the questions right here shown here, but you need to practice it without having the solution. So if we have the solution in front of our eyes, we would definitely cheat. So what I would recommend is, you can go to this HackerRank website. I think you might heard of HackerRank website, and all the TCS exams will be happening in the HackerRank website. So this has this introduction challenges. I'll be linking these two links in the description if you want to check. So you can have a look on this thing if you want. And this introduction set, it will have all the problems related to the concepts of Python, and there is different languages too. And it will have like a case here, you can see, write a function, and they will give you a definition like this. Okay, like this. So this reading this and solving this, what will happen is, you will be able to read the problem scenario, and then you will be able to like give a solution to it. So this is what the pattern in most of the exams. So if you're planning to learn coding to crack any exam, you can directly go with this HackerRank, and most of the companies use this HackerRank and HackerEarth websites for conducting the tests and also those hackathons. So this, like in this process, if you learn, you will be achieving 2 points, which is you'll be learning step by step and in a slowly steady process. And also you will be getting better in problem solving, in especially in big questions like this. As you can see, this is just a very simple finding leap year question, but they have given it in a, you can say, at least 7 to 8 lines. I can say this is, I can just say write a program to print the leap year, but they have given it in different ways. So this is what happens in every single question. The concept will be very small, but they'll be elaborating it into a very big thing, so that your mind will consume more time in reading all the things and getting to understand what it is. So this will help you guys to understand the problem solving thing. So the problem solving thing is also done, and then the learning process is also done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that's it for this video. And ending up with a note, you always know we always learn when we have nothing to do. So keep your mind empty and only focus on learning, so that you will be like, at least you will have this empathy and silence and peace when you learn. So peace is the most important thing when you learn, and try 2 to 3 times. And there are some other websites also, like skill rank website. I don't know how many of you know that. I use that website to solve any problems in my initial stages. If available, I'll also link that platform down below. And I hope this video helped you guys, and that's it for this one. I'll meet you in the next one. Bye bye.